I am very pleased to be joined by Susan Marie Weber, the board treasurer for the Historical Society of Palm Desert, and spent 8 years on city council in Palm Desert as well. And you're excited to tell folks about the reopening of the Historical Society, which is a great spot for history in Palm Desert.
Correct. If you want to know anything about the city of Palm Desert and the rest of the Coachella Valley, that is the place you want to go. Plus, we have our revamped website that will let you have links to everything. But Saturday will be our grand reopening. We've had several reopenings, but this is the grand reopening so that you can see how we've totally relaid out the history of Palm Desert, so you can follow the path of when we started.
And this was a pretty major remodeling because, and folks who have been there before will remember the previous displays, but you have completely retooled the entire gallery, so now it is a different experience for visitors.
Totally different experience, plus the city of Palm Desert redid the building, so we have fresh paint, fresh flooring, everything will be all perked up for people to see. So if you saw it 2 years ago, you would not recognize it today.
And as you mentioned, it's not just the history of the city of Palm Desert, but really an archival history of so much of the Coachella Valley.
Correct. Every city is connected in some manner, especially Indian Wells as being right next door to Palm Desert. We have a lot of shared history with Indian Wells specifically. But the pictures are fantastic to see.
It is always remarkable to me, and I've been in this desert for 20 years and it's grown and changed in so many different ways, but when you go back and look at the pictures of Palm Desert, and you don't have to go back that far, just to the 60s and the 70s to what it is today, the changes are remarkable.
Totally. It exploded in the 70s. When you look at the aerial photos, you'll see sand and a few houses, sand and a few houses. In the 70s, it just started blowing up, and in the 80s, it almost doubled with construction and homes and everything. And that's fun to see. A lot of people like to come in and point to their house on a 1950s map and there's my house in the desert.
Yeah, and it was way out. That was considered way out in the desert. There was not a lot. As you drove down Highway 111, it became a dirt road. And
totally.
It was remarkable. So this is an opportunity for you to enjoy the brand new exhibits, the grand reopening, and there are going to be some refreshments available.
Refreshments. We'll have docents around. We'll have board members around that can answer questions. But I think everybody will be really pleased with all the changes and the improvements. And specifically, like I said, it has an absolute timeline. Because as you know, history of Palm Desert as its city is not very, very old. 1940s, when the Henderson brothers came out and saw a pile of sand and devised their map with El Paseo from day one. They had El Paseo as a shopping center.
Isn't that remarkable?
It is totally amazing to see what they were thinking and how they laid all this out. And Shadow Mountain with the figure eight pool, all of those things, way back when they thought this out. And it's still with us.
Well, it is a great community resource, the Historical Society of Palm Desert, and it is, of course, supported by the city. I think it's great that they did a great revision of the building for you.
Well, we're very appreciative of the use of that building. And you can spot us very quickly when you drive down El Paseo. Look for the fire engine because we're in the original fire building.
That's right.
Fire station building.
That's right. It's easy to find, and it's right there on El Paseo. The opening reception is this Saturday at 11 a.m. going until 1 o'clock, and you can go to hspd.org, and you can also give them a call the old-fashioned way, 760-346-6588, and we appreciate you and all of the docents and all of the volunteers, all of the folks who work at the Historical Society preserving the rich history of the Coachella Valley. Thank you.
We appreciate the opportunity to tell everybody about it because we are open 4 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
There you go. Fridays
Be sure to stop
through
by.
Mondays. You can stop by, and it's a great way to teach your kids about the history of the city they live in. Thank you.
Thank you so much.